Hello people, it's your mouse man back again with another video. I have to make this video because it has just come to Sky Sports. Manchester City, yes, Manchester City, not United, have been banned for 2 years from the UEFA Champions League commencing 2020-21 season. You fucking love to see it, which means this season the team that finishes 5th gets Champions League. Wow. Man United can still get Champions League because City have breached financial fair play rules. It's a beautiful sight. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Things you love to see, like I said. But yeah, first and foremost, yeah, that's all I want to talk about, really. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, people are saying that Manchester City can potentially go and, contest the decision. Potentially they can. Realistically speaking, it's not going to get overturned. And if it does get overturned, it will get reduced to 1 year. So, nevertheless, we still will get top 5 potentially and get Champions League. So, happy flipping days. Obviously, this, a lot of people are saying on social media, I know it's just come out now, but what does this mean for the future of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Well, first and foremost, for me personally, if I was in charge, I would get Pochettino at the end of the season. I just think we need to make some sort of changes. Sadly, we can't make the changes where they're necessary, which is, of course, in the board. I just don't think that will ever happen in the sense that the board will actually step down, or Edward will step down, should I say, and the board will actually rejig and actually get someone who's in charge that knows about football, i.e. a sporting director like a Van der Sar. I would love Van der Sar. He's done a fantastic job at Ajax, but again, I don't think that will happen. So for me, the only other thing we can really change is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, sadly. And for me personally, even if he was to get top 4 or top 5 now, I'd get rid of him because a lot of the fan base is divided and I just don't think the players are backing him. But yeah, nevertheless, I need to do my preview for Manchester United v Chelsea, so I'm going to quickly talk about that game while we are on air. First and foremost, so Man United against Chelsea, a very important game for us on the Monday. Monday Night Football, of course. Yeah, so for me personally, going to this game, it really does depend on the players we got available. I would have been more confident if we had a full, fit team available. The likes of Pogba, Bruno playing together would have been an exciting one with McTominay and potentially Fred in a diamond. Obviously, Rashford's not going to be fit until a while. Pogba's come out and said a couple of comments, so I don't really want to go into it. But regarding the game itself, this is a team I would go for that game. First and foremost, David De Gea net. Right back for me, obviously no brainer, Wan-Bissaka. I'm going to go 4-2-3-1. Whether Oli does this is a different story. Anyways, I'm going to go 4-2-3-1, so Wan-Bissaka at the back. Right back. At centre back, I'm going to go for Maguire and Lindelof. Not other, basically there's no other options. I actually want to see Tuanzebe or Bailly, in particular Bailly, to actually overtake Lindelof, but that's for another show. Left back, I'll go Williams. Again, no brainer for me. Will he go for Luke Shaw? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he'll do, but I'll go for Williams. CDM, I'm going to go for Matic. I don't think McTominay is fully fit. Obviously, we don't know the level of his fitness, and obviously we haven't seen him in training. So obviously, Ali will be able to give a better sort of assessment of that. I don't want us to rush him back and get him injured because although this game is very important for us, obviously in the terms of top 4 race, I just don't think it's worth risking him getting injured. We need him for the remainder of the season. There's a lot of games to be played. So yeah, I've got Matic. I think Matic is fit, and to be fair to Matic, he's been in very good form, so I can't knock it. So I've got Matic with Fred alongside him and Bruno in number 10. For me, that is just a bog standing 3 in the middle of the park with what we got available. If he doesn't put Fred there and he doesn't put Bruno in number 10, then I haven't got a fucking clue what he's doing, to be quite frankly honest with you. On the left, I would go Martial. Up top, I would go Ighalo, and on the right, I would go Greenwood. Is he going to do that? Probably not. I'm assuming it's going to be James on the left. This is what, obviously if Ighalo's not fit to play or fit to start, I'd go James left, Martial up front, and then Greenwood on the right. For me, Greenwood and Martial have to play this game. Obviously James and Ighalo, that's depending on the situation. Yeah, that was my lineup. What do you guys reckon? What do you guys reckon about the Manchester City thing? Does that really change your sort of perception of the season? Obviously, it could technically be a successful season even if you finish 5th now, which is ridiculous to say. Whether we finish 5th is a different story. But anyways, coming back to this game itself, of course, Chelsea have got the better midfield than us on paper. That is obviously where the game is going to be won and lost, as it always is. For me personally, have we got enough to challenge them or, pose a threat in the middle of the park? Of course we have, if he picks the midfield that I have picked. I think Bruno's got the capabilities of finding those pockets of space in between the lines. Obviously, he's a very good player on the ball, so we need to get him into, positions where he can cause problems basically to the opposition. So in that sort of area between the sort of midfield and the defence, getting the ball to his feet, and hopefully he can do a bit of magic, get Martial in behind, that kind of thing, or even a Gala in behind, whoever's starting. But yeah, that's sort of, to be honest with you, that's kind of our main threat. Obviously, if Igalo's playing, and then that would give us a different dimension in the sense that he'll hold the ball up to Martial, so potentially we can get Martial in behind on the left wing. So again, that would give us a different sort of dynamic moving forward. But for me personally, away from home, I'm expecting a counter-attacking game. So to be fair, bearing that in mind, I probably would be expecting James to start, and I guess that would make sense if he's going to go counter-attack. Although I do want us to be a bit more expansive. I don't think that's going to happen though, so that's kind of wishful thinking on my part. But nevertheless, going back to Chelsea and their threats, of course, no brainer. They've got quality players all over the pitch. In particular, in the middle part, Jorginho and Kovacic have been very good this season. I'm assuming they're going to be paired with Kante. I'm not going to lie, I don't actually know their injury sort of record at the moment, so I do apologise if I mention players that are currently injured, so just excuse that. But yeah, coming back to them, obviously, Hudson-Odoi has been doing alright the last couple of games. Willian, again, another player that's done quite well this season as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they line up. And of course, Abraham's had a decent start to season, but he's gone kind of through a rough patch. So I'm not sure if Batchwell will be up front. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really that scared of them, but Chelsea are a team that can, have that blistering start that that we saw when we beat them 4-0. They were very, very good at moving the ball quickly through the thirds and through the lines. That's something we need to be wary of, because the last thing we want is to go down very early in this game, because it's a very important game for us. So I think for us personally, first 15 minutes, I'd say, set yourself, set your nerves, get easy way into the game. Don't try to be too overly expansive. I suppose just stay in the game, to be honest, just to silence the crowd to an extent. I do want to see a lot of energy. I do want to see us pressing from the front and just being a bit more aggressive. Obviously, I know I've just contradicted myself, but after the first 15 minutes, be more aggressive and commit bodies forward. For me, my main thing at the moment is we're not scoring enough goals, which is obviously a given, but the fact that we're not committing more bodies forward, we're not getting enough people in the box, which is obviously affecting our ability to score goals in front of, ability to score goals. Obviously, ability to get shots on target first and foremost, ability to cause the threat, and it's making us very predictable and easy to defend against. Because at the moment we have one person in the box, i.e. Martial. Is very easy to defend him. You got two centre backs on Martial. If you get another two players in the box, it gives them something to think about. So, and add a thing of Bruno Fernandes, wanting to make those third man runs or those late runs into the box, gives another sort of threat in the box. Give the defenders another thing to think about. And obviously the wingers as well, they need to try to get in the box. This is why for me Greenwood has to play, because obviously he's got that knack for goal, and of course he's a natural striker by nature, so he's gonna be wanting to get inside the box as much as he possibly can. And for me personally, what I would do, I would get Greenwood and Martial as close as we possibly can, almost playing them as a two, with obviously James hugging the touchline and giving us that width on the left wing. Obviously, if that is what he would go for, for me that would make sense, having that width with James, and obviously with Greenwood, giving him that opportunity to link up with Martial and coming inside onto his left foot. That is the best way for me to go, and we'll have to see what happens. The one thing I do not want to see happen is having Martial or whoever's playing from isolated. We need to give people options, in particular Martial, people for him to lay the ball off to and people to link up with. That has been a massive issue again. He's just been isolated so many times. Obviously, he's missing Rashford. Alongside Rashford, he had that sort of combination. He had that sort of link up, and he had a sort of option every time he got the ball to drop it up to Rashford and make a run and so forth. And hopefully Bruno can provide that if he's in that number 10. Anyways, regarding the score prediction, I actually think we can get something against Chelsea. They're definitely not unbeatable. They're not been very good at home. So for me personally, someone said it's a bit diluted at Stamford Bridge, but I'm going to say we're going to win this game 2-1. I'll probably say this game's got a draw written all over it, but I've got to back Manchester United, obviously. Anyways, that's my score prediction. What are your thoughts on the Man City situation? I know we don't normally talk about rival clubs in this vein, but it's a massive thing. And also, what are your predictions for Manchester United v Chelsea? Anyways, it's been your boy Osman. If you're new here, feel free to drop a like. Also, feel free to, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, should I say, and obviously drop a like anyways, even if you aren't new. And just comment. Write a flipping comment. Also, if you've got any questions that you want me to answer for my next Q&A, feel free to leave them in the comment as well.